giraffe, he will stretch another half. You would have a giraffe and a half if he put on a hat, inside a rat. You would have a giraffe and a half with a rat in his hat. If you dress him in a suit, and he will look very cute. If you glue a rose to the tip of his nose, you would have a giraffe and a half with a rat in his hat, looking cute in a suit with a rose on his nose. These are probably OB dancing on the knee. You would have a giraffe and a half with a rat in his hat, looking cute in a suit with a rose on his nose and a bee on his knee. If he put on a shoes and dipped it in some glue, you would have a giraffe and a half with a rat in his head, looking cute in a suit with a rose on his nose and a bee on his knee and some glue on his shoes. If you give him a flute and he plays tooty-toot, you would have a giraffe and a half with a rat in his hat, looking cute in a suit with a rose on his nose and a bee on his knee and some glue on his shoe, playing toot on a flute. If he used a chair to comb his hair, you would have a giraffe and a half with a rat in his hat, looking cute in a suit with a rose on his nose and a bee on his knee and some glue on his shoe, playing toots on a flute with a chair in his hair. If he treatment at the neck or feeding some cake, you would have a giraffe and a half with a rat in his hand, looking cute in a suit with a rose on his nose and a bee on his knees and some glue on his shoes, playing toot on a flute with a chair in his hand and a snake eating cake. It found an old tongue, and inside was a skunk.
You would have a giraffe.
If he make a...
You would have a giraffe and a half with a rat in his hat, looking cute in a suit with a rose on his nose and a bee on his knee and some glue on his shoe, playing toot on a flute with a chair in his hair and a snake eating a cake and a skunk in a trunk.
If he make fat dragon, who sat in the wagon?
You would have a giraffe and a half with a rat in his hat, looking cute in his suit with a rose on his nose and a bee in his knee and some glue on his shoe, playing toot on a flute with a chair in his hair and a snake eating cake and a skunk in a trunk and a dragon in a wagon.
If he jump on a bike and roll over his bike,
Joe would Joe?
you would have a giraffe and a half with a rat in his hat, looking cute in a suit with a rose on his nose and a bee on his knee and some glue on his shoe, playing toot on a flute with a chair in his hair and a snake eating cake and a skunk in a trunk and a dragon in a wagon and a spike on his bike.
If a bubbly whale got a hold of his tail,
you would have a giraffe and a half with a rat in his hat, looking cute in a suit with a rose on his nose and a bee on his knee and some glue on his shoe, playing toot on a flute with a chair in his hair and a snake eating cake and a skunk in a trunk and a dragon in a wagon and a spike in his bike and a whale on his tail.
if he fell in a hole, that got dug by a mole.
You would have a giraffe and a half with a rat on his hat, looking cute in his suit, with a rose on his nose and a bee on his knee and some glue on his shoe, playing toot on a flute with a chair in his hair, and a snake eating cake and a skunk in a trunk, and a dragon in a wagon and a spike in his bike, and a whale on his tail in a hole with a mole.
But if you brought him a pole to climb out of the hole, and he gave the spike back to a scout on a hike, and he left the red dragon, cause his wagon was second. And he gave a share to a tired old man. And he traded the fruit to a bird for some fruit. And he told that a snake to go jump in the lake. And a man who bought down with the tongue with the skunk, and he gave the rose to the girl he showed. While the bee on his knee flew away with a flea, and they put the shoe with the glue on you. And the silly old rat ran away with his hat, and he put his foot in the running shoot, and he sang another half. You would have a giraffe.
The end. Thank you, I think. Good job.